This video contains adults playing X-Wing miniatures. Adult language is used. You have been warned. And welcome everybody to round number 5 of our Ravenstone Store Championship Series. I am your host, LP, and we are about to take a look at a couple of really neat lists. Now, the top table right now has two players who have already been on one of our streams. We've got Ray Fox versus Joseph Francini. Yeah, fuck it. I screwed up his name. I'll apologize later. I think it's Francino. But anyway, so Joseph, who just played the last round against Jeff Burling, and then Ray Fox, who played a little earlier, have both been on stream. So I want to try and get some fresh blood in here. So we've got actually the third and fourth place people right now who have a very great chance, one of them does, of making it into the top 4. Let's take a look at David Lebel's list, and I am so thrilled to be able to watch this. First off, it's a pair of defenders. People go, well, defenders, blah, blah, blah. This is a pair of defenders you don't see. Rexler Brath and Merrick Steele. Both of them with expertise, TIE-D, ion cannon, twin ion engine. Holy shit. What a game this feels like already. Rounding it out with Academy Pilot for an even 100. And Dione Morales looking here. I told him I would always pronounce his name Dione because, you know, there's actually an accent over the O, but fuck if I can't get that thing on here. But anyway, so we have Dione Morales, who is coming in with smart boats, 3 contracted scouts, all with a tiny mind link. All of them have plasma torps. All of them have Intel Agent and R4 Aggro, and 2 of them have extra munitions. So it's a combined really sick little list. So just in case you thought JM15K was dead, long live JM15K. Shit still lives, friends. So they're setting up their rocks here. We got a tiny bit of a late start, but they're going to get their shit rolling. It's going to be easy peasy. And they might get an extra couple minutes here towards the end just to finish things up. But this is going to be a very exciting game. And I find it funny that they're trying to cram rocks together as close as possible. Meanwhile, these big fat jump masters with their combined 27 hull and shields versus the 12 plus 3, 15 combined hull and shields from David Lebel's list. I mean, it's almost twice the damage to work through. But funnily enough, the Academy pilot at PS1 can actually go out there and do some blocking damage. But the interesting, really, really interesting part about Dion's list is the fact that he's running with Intel agents. So each one of those ships potentially turns into a blocker boat once the torpedoes are gone. Now, once the torps are gone, I think he's kind of shit out of luck. But, I mean, he's got 5 plasma torps. That should wreck a fool. It should wreck 3 fools. But the combination of double ion cannon from Brath and Steele stands a really good chance of actually solidifying and setting up a jump boat to not be able to make any maneuverability beyond a barrel roll. Because if they combine their fire, that's going to be double ion and then 6 dice coming through. In a way, it's a lot like getting slapped in the face with plasma torps, but we're going to find out who's going to really do the pipe damage. So they're setting up their ships right now. Let me get the lists out of the way, and let's see how they go. So the Academy pilot is setting up along the line. We see a variation on the percent symbol rock setup. Looks like we're more set up in the bow formation of rocks. Notice how it formed a little bow with the extra rock out there at 2 and 2 forming the arrow firing from the bow. I just made that shit up. Feel free to quote me. And interestingly, the pair of rocks in the middle are just barely range band 1 apart, so it's going to be very difficult to fit a big ship through them. That's something that Dione I just did it. Oops. Dione. My bad, buddy. So that's something that Dion's going to have to really pay close attention to. So first Hump Master is down in the opposite corner, trying to set himself up so he's not going to get Academy blocked. But Dione has to set up all 3 of his jumps before the killer defenders go next. So he's setting himself up. I'm assuming the oddly painted one is the one that doesn't have extra munitions, but maybe I'm wrong. Don't really matter that much. You're setting things up. So he's setting up his ships in one of those standard sort of like multi-big ship formations where one ship is going to too hard behind the other one. Dials are down. Let's see where the magic happens. Here's the prerequisite. Good luck, have fun. And let's see if David's WTF mate ships go after it. Look, hey, we've got David Carver popping in here. Go ahead and crank his first one up here, buddy. Hang on 2 seconds.
All right, just so Parker knows, Dion says the one in the center, the scout that's in the center, is the one that does not have extra munitions.
Gotcha. I figured it'd be the green one because that would be smart to me, but that's okay. So it's one that I'll just never keep track of. So as we see here, we've got the Academy pilot flying out there like a bat out of hell, and he is zipping straight through. He's gone what looks like probably a 4 straight, 5 straight, and the jumps are on the way out too. So the looks like that the first one has gone out. He's one with extra munitions. This next one coming up is the one that does not have extra munitions, and he's also going looks like 4 straights, keeping with that slight stagger, and focusing up. And of course, the joys of a tiny mind link means that the first one takes a focus, and then the rest get 2 focus, or barrel, or whatever. And what? Wait. Could you just go out there and see if Dion just legit flew his fucking jump master off the board? Are you shitting me? Dion fucked up his dials. Dion.
He messed up the dials, but Davis let him go through and change it because he didn't want to go through and win that way.
I just had an aneurysm.
Yeah, no.
Take it. He. So where is that damn? He's. You're off.
Basically, we're doing I'm spiking too.
Yeah, who cares?
Basically, we're going through and redoing that over because David's being a good sport and doesn't want to go through and win this way. So,
holy shit!
Yeah, Dion had messed up his dials. That's what happened with it.
I can understand. That's David Lebel is a sportsman to end all sportsmen's right there. That's a top-notch player right there. What a sport. Oh hell no! I don't think you can hear Dion in the background. We say you guys can edit that out, right? No, we're going to blab it. This is good. This is going all across, just for future reference. Dion just flew his jump master off the board, and the kindness of David Lebel is letting him reposition. Holy crap, dude! Holy crap! Well, what a lovely tea party this has turned out to be so far. Oh, dude. I'm going to have fun with this one. Please, those of you out there in Gold Squadron land, would you give Dion a hug and a handy from me? Because there's a man that has just seen the internet. He's seen what happens when you dive too deep. He did walk into Mordor. Holy shit. Okay, so Dion's checked all of his dials now. He's ensured that he has indeed not jack fucked his face off. Now it's time for this Academy pilot to go berserker. So the Academy pilot flies in, singing the Berserker song from Clerks. You know, my love for you is like a truck berserker. Would you like to make some fuck berserker? So Academy Jones flew in. See, Dion's kind of spooked now. He's trying to figure out where he's going next. Is he going to barrel? Just going to have to barrel, isn't he? Nope. Well, I guess he's going up. He could just Focarino Criparino. Well, we'll see. Yeah, he's got a barrel because I think that his positioning would have meant that his that the second one coming in would have bumped because he's also going 3 soft, I'm sure. No, actually, he did go 1 soft. He just didn't want to take a chance. Can't blame him. Sometimes you got to decide these things. So I'm assuming here's where the focus is going to be, unless he also does a barrel. And then he just uses the last jump master to get the focus in. So this guy, I bet, is he gonna 3 soft? No, he's gonna 1 straight. Interesting. You see, this is one of those things where I just don't know how to fly jump boats very well. As I just don't quite get it, how one is supposed to properly engage in the appropriate levels of shenaniganing. Well, here comes Merrick Steele, then Rexler Brath. Merrick first 3 harding in. And setting himself up. He's flown right through right around the rocks, not a care in the world. And Rexler's set up. Looks like he's just outside of range. But this, of course, means that, unfortunately, he's going to, next turn he's going to take probably 2 plasma torps to the face. Because unless he flies some real dainty shit, he's going to end up eating 2 plasma torps, and that might be a dead Merrick Steele. But we'll see. Merrick does get to fire first. Let's see how them dials go. I bet Dione doesn't actually fly off the board this time. If he flies off the board this time, it's on him. Oh, that's all I gotta say. As we're lining up, don't ask me why the timer didn't start, but basically, who cares? I really try to put the timers down. Sometimes I blame the internet. Sometimes I blame myself. This time is truly Brian Boitano's fault. Dials down for Merrick Steele, dial down for the Thai Academy pilot. We're checking on 1 more Imperial ship, and then all of Dion's ships have dialed down. So Dion has his Atani Mind Link generator, his focus generator in the back, moving right along. Man, I'm thinking it's going to be a 3 soft from the outside one and a 2 soft from the inside one. But he's got to be careful because if Rexler Brath goes 5 straight, he could get within side of range 1. He's got to be real careful here. Academy pilot first. Going 5 straight, I'm assuming. Yep. 5 straight, being an Academy pilot. Not quite fast enough to successfully block. I mean, at this point, theoretically, he could evade on him. He could focus. It's kind of hard to say what he's going to plant down. Kind of hard to tell from this angle, but either or really helps. Here comes these guys. So what do we got? A 1 soft? There's the 1 soft. I'm assuming target lock onto Rexler. Huh. Where's this going? Because he's too close to torpedo the Thai Academy. Decisions. I guess he's going to check range on Rexler Brath. Should be in target lock range. Here come to target lock. Yep. So Rexler's chance right now is to dive in. This is a 2, right? I bet. Not a 3, but a 2. No, I think he also went 1. Ship's flying off. Shit's blowing up. He might be barely beyond target lock range. Let's see where the shots go. Just checking target lock. I think he's out. Ah, that's some unfortunate flying right there. He needed to go 2 or 3 with the outside one. But I guess he was trying to set himself up for the potential inside range 1 dive. Well, if Merrick Steele dives 5 forward, he should be real close to, if not inside of range 1, meaning the torpedoes are useless. He'll be range 2 of the other scout. And Nuppy's going to target lock that Thai Academy pilot. Hopefully nuke him off the board. And we have Slowpoke Academy here. Slowpoke contracted Scout Jones, being the Atani Mindlink focus generator. Here comes Merrick Steele. Oh shit. Well, he is going to eat a torpedo. Let's see what happens. And Steelerino has moved up. He went 2 straight. Looks like he's grabbing, I guess, a focus token. And Rexler Brath coming in from behind. Looks like he's got a 3 straight rolling in. Now, just for those of you who don't remember exactly what Rexler Brath and Merrick Steele do, Rexler Brath, when he performs an attack that deals at least 1 damage card, you can spend a focus token to flip that card face up. So in essence, if he puts a damage card in and he's got a focus token, then he generates crits. Merrick Steele, when he deals a face-up damage card, aka when he deals a crit, you draw 3 and then choose 1 to get and then discard the others. So it lets you burn through the damage pool. And the Academy pilot has no special abilities. He just has hate. So it looks like we're about ready for dice time. So that would be 2 hits right there. And we've got 1 dodge die, 2 dodge dice, 2 blanks. So we have 2 hits coming in with Rexler Brath firing. And that was his ion token. So that's going to be the tie D shot. So now there's an ion onto the one that has no extra munitions. And now it's time for the regular primary weapon shot from Rexler Brath. Looks like 3 hits because of expertise. Time for dodge time. 2 dodges, so 1 shield. So we have a total of 2 shields down on the one who has no extra munitions. Now he's setting up. Here's the next shot. This is coming from Merrick Steele. Looks like 1 hit versus 1 dodge, I thought. And that was from the ion cannon. Next up, the primary weapon. Looks like 3 hits from the primary weapon. And 1 dodge. So looks like 2 more. So it's going to be all the shields down on the extra munitionless contracted scout. Not quite at 50% yet. So he's burning a plasma torp, going out towards Merrick Steele. Let's see where the magic goes. He's using his spent his target lock with his R4, and he has 2 hits right there. Chimps is going to turn one of those into a hit. At least it should. Actually, the reroll. Oh, mother of pearl. Yeah, looks like that's a 4 hits. Let's see how many dodges Merrick Steelerino gets. Looks like 2 dodges. And because of the unique nature of plasma torpedoes, that means that Merrick should lose all 3 shields. Let's see here. He's taking a primary weapon shot at Merrick Steele. Looks like we have 1 hit and focus to flip, so that's 2 hits total. And Merrick Steele gets to dodge now. And looks like he rolls 2 focus results. And he saved his focus token for defense, dodges both hits. He actually flipped that one over, but that was a full dodge. So now we have a downtown shot, range 3, 2 dice against 4. Of course, the one in the back does some work. 2 hits, and Merrick Steele gets to roll 4 dice for dodging. I think I heard Dion giggle. 2 dodges. Nope, looks like he dodges completely. All right, Dodgerino, Cripperino. Looks like we're down to Steele lost 3 shields, and the extra munitionless contracted scout lost 4. Now the Academy pilot actually lives, and he's got 3 dice. He's only got 2 dice. Got it. Looks like just a focus result, and I think he probably had an evade. So no dice. No shots. Now we're off to our next round of Dialino. Now it gets interesting. So the ship without extra munitions now has no torps left. So now he is effectively blocker boat. He's either going to be doing barrel rolls, or he's going to be focusing and to do the Atani Mine Link shenanigans. So the really scary ships are the 2 ships in the back who have not yet spent any of their torps, and they've got 4 between them. And we saw what 1 torp actually did. That's brutal efficiency. So, I mean, if I was this, now that, by the way, they're doing their, at the start of the combat phase, or sorry, at the start of the movement phase, he's going to get to intel agent a bunch of shit here. So he's going to be able to see where David is going. So Dion is checking for intel agent. And looks like he can intel agent both of those. So he now gets to see where Merrick Steele's going, so he can try and behave with maximum efficiency. And he also knows where the Academy pilot's going. If I was that Academy pilot, though, I'd be really trying hard to arrange for some blocking. But Merrick Steele and both Merrick Steele and Rexler want to get inside that range 1 bubble to where those torpedoes can't hurt him so bad. But it's going to be really hard to do that. And just block everything. So the Academy's diving straight in, no actions, just wants to get base to base, hoping that he can do some kind of blocking. Let's see where we go from here. So I'm sort of thinking that we're going to see I guess we're going to see a sloop from somebody. Maybe from the one in the back. Does the 2 sloop left? Because he knows where Merrick Steele is going. He doesn't know where Rexler Brath is going. But I'm assuming he's going to probably set up his locks. I want to see something real quick here. The R4 aggro, after you spend a focus, you can acquire a target lock. So he's going to always maintain his target locks. It's going to be very effective here. You almost put a lot of thought into this list. It's really quite nasty. Let's see how this rolls up. So he took his focus. Everybody has a focus result. because he's already got his target lock. Now he's basically positioning out the TIE fighter so he can see where he's going to end up. So he did a 1 hard and bumps. That's going to be pretty nasty. He's got to put down an extra guidance line just to make that slide in there, right? There we go. Close enough. Yep, overlap, buddies. Overlap. There we go. There we go. Getting the extra movement templates out of the way so he can set himself up. It's going to be a close one. So I wonder what Merrick Steele's doing. I'm guessing he didn't make a 1 hard. Of course, our last contracted scout up here, setting himself up. So I'm looking for a target lock. He's got the target lock already against Steelerino. Man, this is brutal. So I get to see where these guys are going. Maybe he was trying for a 4K. He just goes bonk. I think Merrick Steele might be getting ready to eat one here. Holy shit, did he clear it? Wow. Wow. Holy shit, that dude can fly. That was really nice. He's inside a torp range, I think, from the 2 contracted scouts. And he's at range 1 with his focus token lining right up. Oh, God. And Rexler Brath comes in. So Brath is going to fire first at a shieldless contracted scout. Although, honestly, it'd be better to fire at the ones that have torps. But let's face it, you got to kill him where you can. So that's going to be a combined 14 dice that can deal a combined 10 damage. So 2 hits. This is the ion versus no dodges. So now that should be a second ion token. That one is now officially stuck, moving 1 forward next turn. It can still barrel unless it gets stressed for whatever reason. And that's a damage. So he's got 4 hull left. But then let's see what the primary weapon shot does, because this is going to be 4 dice modified. And this is Brath shooting. So as long as he doesn't spend his focus token, any damage cards that he does, he gets to flip them over. As long as he doesn't spend that focus. Expertise, beautiful. 3 hits. And how many dodges? Oh, shit. And I see 1 miss, 1 dodge. That's 2 more damage. Yep, so we got 2 more damages coming straight up the face pipe. And again, as a reminder, Rex the Breath, after you perform an attack that deals at least 1 damage card to the defender, you may spend a focus token to flip those cards face up. So if he wants to spend his focus token, he could spend that and give him 2 crits right now. Interesting. Wonder whether he's going to do it. He's checking target range there. Or checking, I guess, firing arc angle. Guess he's going to try and start trying to put some ion token damage onto the other one now. So expertise gives him 2 ion 2 ion hits versus not enough dodges. So it's going to be 1 damage onto one of the extra munitioned ones. And 1 damage, 1 ion token. And now primary weapon, I'm assuming going at the main dude because you don't have to fire at the same target. And that's expertise to hit crit. And that burns down. Causes 2 more damage. That kills off the non-extra munition contracted scout. So right now that gives David Lebel a 32-point lead over Dione. Yeah, we'll get this updated here. We got some shots coming in here. 2 focus results. Spending a focus for 2. Now, Merrick Steele. Just got the target lock on him. He dodges 1. I think his focus token is burned, so he takes 1 damage. I think he's in range 1 as well. So 3 primary weapons, 3 natural hits. That's pretty icky. Versus 2 natural evades, takes 1 more damage. So I see that he's taken at least 2 damage this turn. Merrick Steele's not looking too good. I think he's down to 1 hull. I'll double check it after here. And I guess we've got our Academy pilot. Firing 3 dice. Did he take a focus token this time? I don't think so. Oh well. That's a lot of missed focus damage that Academy's missed on. I'm going to go find out how much damage Merrick Steele has on him, and I will be right back. And I was vindicated. Looks like that Merrick Steele is down to 0 shields, but still has a full 3 hull. I maybe miscounted something. But in any case, as we're dialing along here, now it's gotten interesting. The problem is you still got 2 full torpedo boats on the board, but you're in knife fight range where the torpedo boats kind of don't want to be. Sure, they've got a 3-shot turret, but they really do better at range 2 with their 4-shot torpedoes. So, as the French would say, it's kind of a crapshoot at the moment. I think if you are, Brath and Steele, your goal might be to kind of swap positions. Although honestly, they're just at the right range of each other. That basically Merrick Steele is, I think, just too close to Rexler Brath to 4K behind him. If they were a little closer, if they were maybe range 2 to each other, they could pull it off. But I think they're just beyond where they are. But I could be wrong. Could be a perspective problem. But this would be the perfect time to basically play hot swap and reposition. But these, the Academy gets to go first. So the Academy could K-turn in there and just be a jackass, or he could 3 hard in and try and barrel block the other contracted scout. But let me go ahead and do an update here on the setup. Just mark down that one of these is down to 3 hull and he's sitting on an ion. Sorry, 3 shields, I should say. I'll bring you back up the squad list here. So again, David Lebel is has killed the contracted scout with no extra munitions. And one of the other contracted scouts he is looking at is down to just 3 shields as opposed to 4. And he's got a 0 shield Merrick Steele, a full health Rexler Brath, and a full health Academy pilot. Decisions, decisions, decisions. What happens next? Well, as we're kind of watching here, the Academy pilot, I was thinking 3K or something, but it looks like instead he's going to 3 hard. So maybe he is going to try for the barrel block. Because I mean, right now, as long as we could potentially see a sloop to the right from Dione, because after all, even if he sloops, the right sloop is of course a red maneuver, but that could happen. Looks like that one of the contracted scouts was only going to go 1 straight and ends up blocking. So right now, we have a bit of a scary situation here, because it really just depends on what this other guy does. So he went 1 hard this direction. He's gone 1 hard to his right. Now, I don't think that the Thai Academy blocked him, but the Academy and he are definitely facing off with each other. Well, one's facing away and so on. So again, we've got a lack of torpedo action coming along. He went for the 4K, or at least a 4 straight, and he's just going to bump face. Because again, it was just literally about a 1/4 of an inch off. I thought it was off, but so he's just going to slide straight forward. That means that Merrick Steele could die this turn, and that's a lot of points. I mean, Merrick is 43 points. So, and he could die without getting any shots off at all. And it's not like he has the ability to get any other sorts of dodge mechanics. It's just going to be a naked 3 dice on 3 dice shot. But we have, I mean, this would have been perfect. If Merrick could have gotten the K turn off, then that would be that would have been 2 ships at range 1 on that contracted scout, and would have hated it right off the board. As it is, only Rexler Brath gets to fire at that scout, and that scout is full shields. Let's see what we got. Okay, so looking at the dice camera, looks like we have 1 hit, 1 crit versus, I didn't really see any dodges. So it should be 2 shields off the other now, and he's got an ion cannon. I see 1 shield off and an ion cannon. And now primary weapon gets to shoot. Range 1 looks like hit, hit, crit. Sorry, hit, crit, crit. I'm sorry, maybe it must have been a mistake there. I guess it's hit, hit, crit. Either way, that's going to be 2 more damage. So that means that the other scout should be sitting on 1 shield now. So now Dione gets his shots back. I'm assuming he's going for Merrick Steele. Looks like spends his focus, gets his target lock. That's going to give him 3 hits on Steele Reno, and Steele dies. And now, if I catch it right, Steele should be dead. Yep, so Merrick Steele, because of that epic shit bump, has now managed to bring Dione right back into the game. And he is currently, Dione is currently up 43 points to 32. He's very, very close to turning around and blopping another contracted scout off, or at least getting down below half. If he gets that other one down below half points, that's another 17, and then he'll be back up 49 to 43. Now the Academy pilot gets to go next. Actually, technically, the other contracted scout gets to go next. So he's got to figure: am I going to shoot at Rexler Brath, or am I going to shoot at this Academy pilot over here? It's a tough one. And the Academy pilot's probably the easier target, I would guess, because I don't necessarily know if Rexler has any defensive tokens or not. Let's see where the shots go. Yep, so he's shooting, looks like 2 hits onto the Academy pilot. The Academy pilot rolls 3 dice for dodge. Looks like he's spending the focus in order to get the target lock onto the Academy, so he's setting himself up for a torpedo run next. And 2 hits versus no dodge, so the Academy pilot's down to 1 hull. How this game has turned, this is crazy. So now the Academy pilot gets to fire back. I mean, he could get real lucky here, but I tell you, there are so many times that this Academy pilot, if he had a focus token, could have made some bank, and he hasn't had a chance. And from what I can tell, apparently the Academy pilot fired and didn't do anything because they're moving on. Let's see where we go next here, because now it's... See, basically we've gone from David being in a really clear winning position to losing Merrick Steele, getting 2 hull down on that Academy pilot, and being in kind of a bad situation. I mean, he's got both of these contracted scouts down to the position where he can basically eye on them and keep them going straight and chase them down. Because, again, we've got a potential for 4 damage or 5 damage if he can get a range 1 shot. And 5 damage on the green scout would get it down to 1 hull. So if the Academy pilot can live long enough, then if the Academy pilot can live long enough, then we could potentially see a nuke down of the green ship first. But again, this is getting all kinds of crazy. Rexler has to get a focus in, and has to dump a load of dice in order to be able to pull this off. He's trying to set himself up here. Okay, so dials are down for Dione there, at least for the green scout, the one that has 1 shield left. Then we have dials still yet to go for his other scout, the one that has 3 shields left. I mean, let's call it for what it is. As long as Rexler Brath can stay out of torpedo arc or stay inside of range 1, then Rexler could potentially solo both of these contracted scouts, but it's going to require a lot tighter flying than he's been able to pull off so far. I mean, he was really well until that really tragic missed 4K. If that 4K would have gone off, then that would have been amazing. Let's see here. Got dials down. Looks like they're about ready to roll. So Academy first. So I'm wondering if it's either going to be a K turn. Oh, so he's checking his intel agent so he can see where everything is. But I wonder if it's going to be a K turn from the Academy or if it's going to be a hard turn. No, he just went like 2 straight and bumped. Huh. Interesting. So I guess here's going to be a sloop. There goes a TIE fighter. Because I don't think it's going to live through this, because I'm pretty sure it's range 2. And he might burn a torpedo on it just to kill it. Here comes the other. And he's also pulling a sloopy doopy. Actually, is that a K-turn? I keep forgetting that stupid jump masters have a K-turn. Let me look it up real quick. That's my own damn lack of experience with them. Yeah, that 4K. So I'm figuring that probably Rexler is going to turn around in 4K himself and focus up. And he's got a range 3 engage. It might just be barely at range 3, so he's going to eat a torp. Unless he can... Wait, is it out of range? It's in range. Oh, shit. I don't know. As long as the nubs touch. I don't know. We'll see if they shoot at each other, but I'm thinking it's a shot. So it looks like we got some dice rolling there. Little miss. Got so I guess there's no shot from Rexler. So we got hate torpedo coming in. Range 1, focus flip for 3. What do the Academy pilot? And he got himself a re-upped target lock. Academy pilot only dodges 1, so the Academy dies. Dione with a pretty solid comeback here. Dione sitting at 55 points compared to 55 MOV compared to David Lebel's 32. It's going to be interesting to see if the incredibly good sportsmanship that he displayed in the beginning of the game actually turns around and loses it for him. But we'll see. He's had some opportunities. Okay, so what do we got here? Dials are down. Oh, poor Rexler. So he's got to be careful now because he's going to be outside of, well, at least he's going to be outside of intel agent range. So he's going to have to find a way to not get shenaniganed off the board. So he's going to have to find a way to get into range 1, but I think Dion's planning that. So Dion's going to probably turn around, and I'm thinking he's going to try and get into blocking position with the green, 1 hard with the gray, and get a torp off. We'll see. We got 25 minutes left, so he's doing the 2 straight. So as long as David makes a 2 straight himself, he's going to be fine. He's going to be in range 1. This I anticipate is where he feeds a focus token out. There's the focus. Yep. And then he's going to 1 hard in, I bet. What? Okay. I'm confused. I am legit confused here. Wow. After 5 rounds of X-Wing, everything starts to look the same to you. Maybe they're seeing something I'm not, but I think he really missed an opportunity. So he went soft. Yeah, that's going to be beefy. He needs to focus up, I believe. Now it's just a matter of figuring out where these are going. This is getting to be a tense one, friends. This is going to be a tense one. Can David, with Rexler Breath, solo, in essence, what do we got there? 8 and 6, 14 damage points worth of contracted scout. I'm excited to find out. Takes his focus token. Let's see where the dice fly. Okay, he's lining up. And looks like he's about to roll some dice. So I'm thinking it's going to be ion cannon front. Yep, so there's the ion cannon. Expertise flips it to 3. He literally can't dodge it. So that's going to be 1 ion token. The 1 remaining damage. Now any damage from here goes straight through the hate pipe. Let's see. Comparing tokens there. Okay, so looks like he's going to crack out some more dice. This is a range 1 shot with a focus token. 4 dice coming in. Hot as balls. Where's he got? Oh, that's so unfortunate. Only 2 hits. So if Dione rolls average, or doesn't, he rolled 1. So he gets 1 damage through, down to 4 hull. The question is, does he flip it? Looks like just 1 damage through. So we've got so the one who is down to 1 shield is now down to 4 hull. And looks like 2 hits over there. Looks like we're ready to start doing some dice damage up here. Looks like a hit crit coming back from that that scout onto Rexler Breath. He's got the target lock. That's another 17, by the way, that gives him 49 points. Dodges. I see 1. The question is, does he save that focus? No, he does not. He burns the focus, avoids damage. But now he's got no focus for the return fire from the other scout. Nothing. All right. Probably going to spend the focus to get the target lock, I would imagine. Okay, Shotton's coming in. Yep, just 2 blanks, no waiting. Spend his focus to get that target lock, so now we're back to dials. But now both ships are going to know where Rexler Brath is going to be, so they can position maximally to try and jam him right up. Brath is in a sticky situation here because he could theoretically. Well, we know that the green ship is going to have to go one straight. That's just a given. So he's going to one straight and bump. The question is, what is the other scout going to do? The other scout, I feel like, could either sloop. He could sloop and set up for the Brath kill. Because I feel like that if Brath K-turns, which is such a telegraphed move here, then all that the other scout has to do is just one forward and block him up. Because he knows what's going to happen. He knows what's going to happen. He has to see it. Now we just have to figure out what's going to go. So now the mind game really kicks in. The K turns the obvious because the other scout has to one straight bump, no action. So now we get the intel agent, reveal the dial. And there's his one hard, okay. How quaint. So I guess he was planning on Rexler delivering it up the pipe. Because that's not going to block a K-turn where it is. Now when he makes his one white straight maneuver, then of course he gets rid of his ion tokens. I think he just killed himself. Well, not really, but the one hard blocked the K-turn. I mean, I would have done the one straight to block the K-turn, but either way, it accomplishes the same thing. Now the contracted scout gets a range 1 untokened shot at that thing, but it doesn't do anything. Holy crap. Well, focus for 1. And now it's 3 naked green dice. Oh, shit. Hit crit. Yeah, derp because of the target lock, because he spent the focus token. Ah, he's explaining something that about the focus token and the target lock. There may have been a minor kerfluffle there. Dodge dice. He only dodges 1, so I believe that's Brath's first shield. Okay, dialing time. It's going to be interesting here. Let's see where this rolls at. Such decisions are being made right now. This is honestly it's a very tense part of the game because now where are these contracted scouts going to go? I mean, it seems pretty simple. If the green scout makes a 2 sloop left, which is white, that's going to set him up for a torpedo run, and that could theoretically just really put a really bad cramp in Rexler Brath's day. I'm pretty sure that's the obvious move there. But this other scout, is he depending on Rexler Brath to rotato in a particular way? So yeah, he won hards, which would block a 4K. I'm pretty sure that blocks a 4K. The ass end to do it. Yeah, Brath is in such a bad place. His only chance is really just to 3 hard left and reset. But if he tries to play aggressively from here, he's just going to keep flying into that jump master and die. Now, what do you know about that? Interesting. See, that's setting up to nuke the 3 hard left. Damn, Dione is just flying like crazy right now. He came back from such a deficit, and he's just crushing. Oh, this is a hell of a game. We've only got about another 15 minutes left in, maybe 13 minutes at this point. It's some pretty busted sauce. Trying to figure out his actions. Is he going to barrel? Isn't that interesting? Color me intrigued. What can I say? Right now, Dione is just ahead. He's only ahead 6 MOV, but he's got to kill the last ship. He has to table. If David can get half damage on that other scout, shit, did he make it? Holy titties! Oh my God! Wow, he stayed on. Wow. Wow. Well, I guess it's time for Rexler Brath to do some work. He could. I anticipate he's going to ion the ship in front of him, make him move straight forward, and then he's going to primary weapon the green one. So I see what looks like 2 hits. In essence, it's a hit crit, but for ions, it's 2 hits. So he ioned, I'm pretty sure, successfully the one in front of him. The one immediately in front of him. And now he's going to primary weapon and hopefully get a blinded pilot. Oh, he's going to shoot the same dude. Oh, holy shit. That hurts so bad. Only 1 hit, and it dodged. Well, so he's gone down from to 2 shields, but he's ioned. But now I think we're going to see a torpedo make Rexler Brath have a real bad day. He's trying to get rid of the shields first, I guess. Got a defensive focus token. 2 versus 2 looks like an even dodge up. Didn't have to spend any tokens either. That must be the one at range 2. Guess he's setting him up for the wait. Primary weapon. Rolled 3 focus. So he's got 3 hits. Now let's see what Rexler Bratharino does. And 1 dodge, so he loses 2 shields. So Rexler Brath goes down to 3 hull and no shields, while we've got a 7 damage scout, and we also have ourselves a 4 damage scout left. How crafty this game is going. Holy fish moly. Man, who'd have thought this game would get this close? Again, if he can get the other scout down to half and then bug the fuck out of here, then he pulls off the cheap win. But still, it's a win. And considering where this game's come from, I wouldn't blame him at all. Good gravy. So where do you go? If the one scout we know has to go 1 straight, so Rexler Brath can just slide right in behind him. So he could basically drop a 3 in there. I mean, they all know where he's going. So I'm hoping that he does a 3 hard. Here's the sloop. Okay, so got a little lining up. Got some shenanigans about to happen. Focus token Jones. Now it looks like he went 1 soft. Oh shit! Did he dodge that arc? He might have. He's at range 1. So he's got the ion cannon first, keeping him ioned up. And after the ion cannon shot, we got a range 1. Oh god, does he hit? Oh shit. I think that barely catches the corner. Oh, that's crazy. That is butt-fuckingly crazy. Let's see some dice. Is ion cannon 2 hits versus 1, 2 dodges. I'm assuming he's going to dodge it because that's a damage. What? Oh, he must be saving it for the primary weapon. So 4 dice coming in. Holy shit! That's 3 hit, 1 crit, and 1 dodge. He should have spent it. So that's going to be 3 damage going through. So he took an ion. Major hull breach. Hot diggity. He's got him down to half. That's going to be the ion for 1. And then 1 more shield, then hit crit. So he should be down to 3. Holy shit. Looks like we got 3 hits coming in. This could be real bad news for Rexler Breath. He's got to spend his focus. Still took a damage. He is 1 damage in. He's got 2 left, and I think he's about to take a torpedo. Here comes the torp. I think this might be the end of Rexler Breath. So that's going to be focus and 4. He's got to dodge all 3, and he's got no focus token. He got it. So it looks like that. So David Lebel managed to get down to 2 half strength, and so it looks like that he gets half points for another. That's another 17 points. That's 59, 60, 66, and Dione gets the full 100. What an amazing game. And it wouldn't have happened if not for the really incredible sportsmanship of David Lebel. Because otherwise Dione would have been starting with 1 ship off the board. So, I mean, it is what it is. He chose to be a good sport about it, ended up losing, but I think he's going to go to bed feeling good about himself tonight. That is our round 5. Thank you so much for watching the game, for sitting here and listening to me ramble on and on. I'm sure it probably got boring as fuck about 20 minutes in, and it got even more boring after that, but thanks for sticking around, because I tell you, this is an exercise in endurance right now. And I'm going to go ahead and let you go for round 5 of the Ravenstone Store Championship Series. Dione Morales went up 100 over David Lebel's 66. I'm now going to give you a real quick view of the standings before I let you go. And this is the standings after the end of round 4. We will have the standings after round 5 coming up here in just a second. So take care, kill everything, and don't forget, fly casual or fly potato or fly however the fuck you feel like. Later, gang.